Tony D and Little Jones somewhere in the house, and this is a uh, video about the Pineys book 16, and going to tell you all about it. Not everything, but going to tell you what the themes are and what's going on with this October's book. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out the Pineys book 16 on Amazon and all finer bookstores in your area, hopefully. Anyhow, so the Pineys book 16. I'll try not to give away too much about it, but first thing you should know, it's 13 short stories this time. I did that in book 10. Normally the books are 13 chapters, all one big story. But this one, and it went a little longer, this one is 13 stories. It's got a prologue, it's got an epilogue, and various themes run throughout the book. The first theme is that, and here, let me show you the cover. Boom. This is the Atco Ghost, by the way, on the cover. That's Burnt Mill Road. You can see the sign there. Can we? Oh, yeah, there we go. It's called 13 Days of the Piney. And each chapter is a different month. It's a different holiday. And it's a different short story. And that's the theme. Initially, I wanted it to all take place in the same year, but that didn't really work out because I came up with these other ideas and they weren't exactly in the same year, and I didn't want to do a flashback and then have to go to the modern day every single time. So I just wrote a few of them. Some of them are in different time periods, but it's kind of like it's framed by a year of holidays and months. So the most difficult month was August. That was really difficult because there's not really a major holiday in August, right? Think about it. Not a major day. Also, too, I was trying to connect some of the Pines legends with sorry, I gotta answer this with various things. So I was trying to connect the months and days with Pine Barrens legends, and there's not a lot of overlap in that area, as it turns out. Probably the closest thing, if you do historical stuff, maybe. So, for instance, I had already done a mention of the Cedar Bridge Tavern and where the characters go there. That was back in book 6. The Cedar Bridge Tavern battle happened around Christmas, although it didn't happen on Christmas. I think it happened a few days before or a few days after, I forget. It was very close to Christmas, though. So that was no good. Couldn't use that. I didn't want to use that again. Then there was the birth of the Jersey Devil himself. Some of the rumors said he was maybe born in December, but it probably wasn't Christmas. It was probably just meant to be like a dark and stormy night kind of thing, cold. So I didn't want to use that. Didn't seem, I've done a bunch on Mother Leeds, so I would have focused on her, and I've done enough on Mother Leeds now. There's a lot of baggage there, and I'd have to account for all the stuff I've written before. So I didn't want to do that. So some of the legends are different, I'll say, in that each legend is from the Pine Barrens, but sometimes it's one of the characters. So that's how that goes. Some of the places talked about in the book include the lake house in Vineland. Couple of sides to various places in the Pine Barrens that nobody except a local would know. Burnt Mill Road, of course, for the Echo Ghost. Thompson's Beach is in it, and I would advise you to check out some of the videos about Thompson's Beach, current ones. They're pretty interesting. It's another ghost town in South Jersey. There, of course, is Pine Barrens. I'm trying to think. One of our extinct malls is in it. A mall that was pretty popular back in the day. I mentioned it. I think it's completely torn down now. It was torn down. I think it was being torn down as I was writing the story. So that was kind of interesting. I wanted to sort of dedicate a story to that and that location, which sort of pinpoints the time period when it happens. Jimmy Leeds Road makes a brief appearance. That's another location in South Jersey. Indian Mills. I went to a market in Indian Mills, so I did Indian Mills. Harmony Township is in it. And if you know what Harmony Township is, you'll know exactly what story it is. More. The beach in Menantico Blues is in it, as well as references to some of the stuff that they covered in their film. But the references are slightly different in this one. Weymouth Furnace. That makes a brief appearance as well. Oh boy. I'm trying to remember them all. March, April, May. South Philly's in it again, but in a very different way. Doesn't involve Lewis. Lewis, of course, is in it. All four cousins are in it. They get their moments. Lewis and Milton have a story that mostly focuses on them. Hemingway, of course, gets a lot of airtime. Shelley gets a lot of big airtime in the beginning and a bit of a wrap-up at the end. And we get to see more of some of the characters mentioned who have passed on. The three brothers. You'll remember Grandpa James if you've read the books. He's Hemingway's grandfather. He's already gone during the present day. But he's in it, as well as his two brothers, Shaw and Vaughn, back in the day. So there's some past Piney stuff going on. I think I got all the relatives are getting confusing. I really have to sit down and do a family tree that makes sense. I may have to come up with some more names and some more cousins or something, but man, it's getting crazy now. It's getting a little crazy. And the third graders from book 3 make an appearance, as well as the other Blake. There are two Blakes. And who else? The usual crowd. Joyce is in it in 2 different eras of her life, which I found very amusing, because Joyce was considered a wild child back in her day as well, but a different kind of wild child. Not like Christie, Hemingway's mother, who's a witch, but just kind of a hard partying girl back in the 80s. So it was a lot of fun to write this for a variety of reasons. I mean, of course, I love doing the Pine Barrens tales. I don't want to give away the tales. They're the big showcase here. But you got some ghosts. You got some legends. You got some devils. Not too many witches this time. Didn't want to do... wanted to get away from the witches for a little while. Book 15 was kind of heavy on the witches. Last few books been sort of heavy on the witches, so I kind of wanted to get away from the witches. I mean, Christie's in it, of course, but her witchy powers are not really the focus of much in this one, except for maybe one story. So, yeah, and I really am happy the way it came out. I really had to rack my brain for a cover too, because there were so many different stories and so many possibilities of a cover. The back cover is sort of my prototype for what I was thinking about. Some kind of, the back cover is like a calendar that I made where all the days are 13 and it has icons for all the holidays. But yeah, I was thinking of some kind of calendar with like a clock and books and stuff. But then I thought that's kind of a boring cover. We needed something iconic. And so then I thought, man, the Echo Ghost. Everybody asks me about the Echo Ghost all the time. So I think they're going to be, I think people are going to be very excited to see the Echo Ghost. And they're going to want to buy it. Yeah. I can't wait to go back to Echo and do an event there, because I think that book will just get blasted out. Anyhow, if you have any questions about the Pineys, you can, of course, always ask me. But book 16 is now available in both Kindle form and book form. I could raise the price on this one, but I'm holding the line at $9 and making a little less money, but I want to keep all the books at $9. So there you go. So check it out. Oh, here, I can show you the back cover real quick. There's the back cover. See what my calendar there that I made. So yeah, check out the Pineys book 16, available on Amazon, Kindle, and don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.